Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, 10-year-old boy dead, mother battling for life after Manchester crash. A 31-year-old man who police said was the driver of a Range Rover involved in a collision which left a 10-year-old boy dead and his mother hospitalized in critical condition turned himself over to the police late Monday evening. Police sources refused to name the person believed to have been driving the Range Rover, which changed the joy and excitement of children going back to school on Monday to tears and sorrow for a Manchester family following a two-vehicle crash. The boy, Trayvon Sanchez, a student of Christian Elise Primary and Infant School, was being transported by his mother, a police constable, to the school to start grade 6 when tragedy struck. Head of the Manchester Police, Deputy Superintendent Kerry Duncan, said the crash happened about 7:30 a.m. There was a motor vehicle collision along the Sedberg Main Road in the Christiana Police area. From information received, a Honda Fit motor car, which was being driven by a female officer with another occupant, was traveling towards Spalding when a Range Rover, traveling in the opposite direction, overtook a line of traffic and collided in the front section of the Honda Fit, said Duncan. Trayvon and his mother, who is assigned to the Christiana Police Station, were taken to hospital. Both occupants of the Honda Fit were taken to the Percy Junior Hospital, where the female officer at this time is admitted in a serious condition, he said. The news was told that Trayvon died while undergoing treatment. A senior police source said the staff at the Percy Junior Hospital worked tirelessly to try to save the boy's life. Hospital staff tried everything possible. They brought back a dead boy alive, and then he just went. It is a difficult time for us. The policewoman was born and grew up and lives in the area, the source said. There was a somber mood at the Christiana Police Station on Monday, as one police source described Trayvon as a studious child. He was destined for greatness. He was one of those children who sat down and did his work after school, waiting for mommy. I last saw him on Friday, and he was sitting doing his work, even though school did not start as yet. I lost a child that is not mine. I am one of his mother's supervisors, said the source. In a statement Monday afternoon, Minister of Education Favour Williams expressed a condolence to the boy's family and the school community. I am deeply saddened by the passing of young Trayvon Sanchez. My thoughts and prayers are with his family, especially his mother, who is bravely fighting for her life, as well as with the principal, academic staff and the students of Christian Elise Primary and the Infant School. Trayvon's untimely death is a devastating loss, and I urge the school community to lean on one another during this incredibly difficult time, said Williams. She said the Ministry of Education and Youth has dispatched its Region 5 Guidance Counseling team to provide immediate support to the school. Up to September 2, a total of 21 Jamaicans 19 years old and under have died on the nation's roads. This has prompted DSP Duncan to implore motorists to exercise caution on the nation's roads. The carnage on the road is getting out of hand, so I wanted to make this appeal to persons who are traveling along the roadway, that it is proven time and time again that speeding and improper overtaking are the main contributing factors to accidents, so I just want to make the appeal to persons to just use the roadway properly, said DSP Duncan. The signage and the rules are there for a purpose. It is to ensure our own safety, he added. Tropical wave to bring heavy rains and thunderstorms across Jamaica over the next few days. The Meteorological Service of Jamaica is advising that a strong tropical wave currently across the eastern Caribbean Sea is producing a large disorganized area of showers and thunderstorms, which is expected to move across Jamaica on Wednesday. There is a moderate chance of a tropical cyclone development over the next few days. Strong gusty winds are also expected across Jamaica during this time, especially across southern parishes, the Met Service posted on its X account. Fishers and other marine interests should also exercise caution, as the sea conditions will deteriorate in the vicinity of showers, thunderstorms and the strong gusty winds, the Weather Center noted. Periods of showers and thunderstorms which may be heavy at times, are forecasted to affect the sections of most parishes, especially eastern and the south-central parishes, beginning early Wednesday and continuing through to Thursday afternoon. Governor General proclaims National Day of Remembrance for victims and the survivors of Kendall crash. Governor General Sir Patrick Allen has proclaimed the first day of September each year as the National Day of Remembrance of the victims and the survivors of the Kendall rail disaster. Sir Patrick made the proclamation at the request of the Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange. The Kendall rail disaster, often referred to as the Kendall crash, took place on the night of Sunday, September 1, 1957, when more than 170 Jamaicans died when their Kingston-bound train ran off the rail at Kendall in Manchester. More than 700 of the 1,600 passengers were maimed or disfigured in what was the worst disaster in the history of the local railway. Minister Grange said the National Day of Remembrance is an opportunity for the nation to remember those Jamaicans who lost their lives, those who survived but still bear the marks on their bodies and souls, and those who lost the members of their family suddenly on that ill-fated night. The minister said it's also a moment to recall and to salute the bravery, sacrifice and the commitment of people in nearby communities, volunteers and the professional responders from near and far who demonstrated the humane solidarity of the Jamaican people by providing comfort, solace and compassion. Many of the victims and the survivors of the Kendall rail disaster were members of the St. Anne's Roman Catholic Church. They had traveled by train for a pilgrimage to Montego Bay and were returning to Kingston when disaster struck. There were remembrance services on Sunday in Kingston and Manchester. Security Minister warns of crackdown on public gatherings amid violent attacks. National Security Minister Dr. Harris Chang says that the authorities are concerned about a recent surge in drive-by shootings which have claimed the lives of several people and left others nursing gunshot wounds. 7 people were shot in a drive-by incident along Mandela Terrace off Waltham Park Road last week. 3 of the victims later died of their wounds. In an interview with the news, Dr. Chang warned that the authorities will be forced to crack down on public gatherings and events in troubled communities due to the surge in violent attacks. Dr. Chang also warned that hardcore policing will be a common feature of the Jamaica Constabulary Force in its targeting of gangs and the gang leaders.
Criminals who are committing violent crimes on the streets, heinous crime like happened in recently some inter-gang activity. And in fact, you see gangs have changed their mode of operation. The police get better at being present and responding. They are now mainly drive-by shooting, which we're going to look at how we can intervene and reduce that kind of activity. So while we have taken some steps to increase deployment, more has to be done. The issue of, for example, gatherings in hotspots, we may have to look at controlling those, and that they cannot be held without explicit police permission when we are sure we can provide the security on the station. So it will create some contention, but we have to do that to protect people's lives. Hardcore criminals have been dealt with by police officers. They commit murder, the shooting, no political. This debate about, that requires strong, effective policing. Don't apologize for that, and we use all the tools available within the constitution and legal framework of our country. We have a strong democracy. It has withstood far more than any other country in the region. We have an older democracy more than anybody in Latin America. And in fact, I've had less challenges, and even our friends in the United States, we seem to be having some challenges though. We are proud of it, and we work within the law, and we feel we have to use strong measures to deal with hardcore criminals, and we'll keep doing it as long as necessary.
The Independent Commission of Investigations says that more than 100 people have been killed in reported confrontations with the security forces since the start of the year. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.